Hello, guys. We're live. I just tried to go live. Welcome to the live. This is our nighttime edition of Deep Conversation. And I'll let y'all know what we're going to be talking about in a minute. My name is Cheryl Grabowski. Welcome to the channel. I would love for you guys to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. We're on a fast sprint to 20,000 subscribers. And we need you guys to support the channel, which is me and my moderators and subscribers and supporters. Okay, so I'm still not live. What is going on? Let me see. This is Setbound. It is the most. Let me see. So I'm not showing. I'm not showing in the streaming app. There are no comments up there. It's doing it again, Nina Mabachu. I don't know what's going on. What is going on, y'all? I'm having the hardest time in this streaming app. I don't know what's going on with this algorithm, what it's saying to the machine. Oh my God, we might have to end it and try to come back. Let me wait for a minute because it's not. And we're rolling. Let's see. Okay, there's Rich the Fish. There's the comment. Hey girl, can you hear me, Rich? Um, can you hear me good? I need to know that. Let me just type my name in. Yes. Is it clear? You hear me, but can you hear me well? Does this, is it a good sound? It's my regular sound. Okay, good, good. Good evening. All right, it's good, it's good. Okay. We're gonna be waiting for the other ones to come in and I'll let y'all know what's the topic. Of course, we're gonna have one of those deep conversations again tonight. And I am looking, Lord, I'm looking a little piece of rough, honey. Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. No, that's too much. Hold on. So we had this problem. That's not, I really don't like it like that. Oh my God, no. Let me see. Hold on, hold on. We might try something completely different tonight. Sorry, I haven't been watching you lately. My guinea pig passed away. Oh, what do y'all think about the lighting? I think we should put the regular lighting back on. Oh yeah, that's the weekend girl. Hey, weekend girl, how you doing, sugar? We're trying to get a vibe going, okay? We looking for a whole vibe. Rich, why? Let's not do everything the same all the time. I like the light. It makes me feel calm. Let's see. You scared for me? Why? This will bring out the thirsties. Why? Rich, what is going on, girl? We're gonna try it. If y'all don't like the light, we'll change it. Auntie, that light in that top men will. Oh my God. They ain't gonna come in here bothering with us tonight. They don't want to have this topic, this conversation. Let's try. We're gonna try. We need to change it. We will. We're gonna wait until a couple more people come in here. Let me see what it sounds like. Let's try. We're gonna try. We need to change it. We will. We're gonna wait until a couple more people come in here. Okay, cool. So we got the voice check. We got the voice check. No, never. No, darling. I think you've asked me that before. I think you've asked me that about 4 or 5 times. No. Okay. Even though I don't have any problems with gender loving, I'm a very liberal person. Yes, it was, Rich. Yes, it was. I'm a very liberal person, and whatever people do is their business. Period. We live in a day and time where this, like me, my channel, everything is it's just an evolution. You know, I really enjoyed the talk about religion. It was so eye opening. We're getting ready to do it again. I'm waiting for a couple more people to come in. We're gonna do it again. hmm We're gonna do it again. Just waiting. Did I put it in the title? But see, on the streaming app, you don't see the. Oh yeah, it's very warm. Let me put it in the description. Y'all hit the like button, okay, before we get to talking. Um, I can't put anything in the description now. Yeah, the temperature is great where I am. Um, we're up in the 90s today. What's up, Johnny Diggs? I thought Johnny, can you please explain to me, like, what happened? I thought you said you were done. And I've been seeing you do your panel talks on your show. So what happened? I'm waiting for your comment. What happened? I see. Okay, you're just sending me some love. But you're not leaving, right? You're gonna stay on YouTube? 15 people in the building. Well, listen, y'all. Welcome to the live tonight. Do y'all want me to keep the lights like this or turn the lights back up on the regular lighting? But we're going to have one of those deep conversations. So I put in the title, which y'all can't see it, but I put in the title, it says deep calleth unto deep. That means that deep people have deep conversations. And the conversation that I want to have tonight is about why didn't God just get rid of Lucifer? According to the Bible, why, or I'll say it this way, why didn't the creator just get rid of the evil being? Because whether it's the Bible, the Quran, or the Jewish Bible, or any other literature, always got an evil person. So I'm just asking the question, why? Why didn't that, why is the evil being tolerated by the all powerful, all knowing God? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to ask y'all. So it's 10 people here, and the only person that's talking is Rich the Fish, the Weekend Girl. That's it. So what say ye, the other folks? There are 10 other viewers in this app. What's up, Chef? I have not seen you in a long time. A lot has changed. Like what? That was in the beginning. A lot has changed. Is that the answer to the question that I asked? Why didn't God, according to the King James Bible, why did he send, I'll say it this way, why did he send, okay, a lot has changed. Yes, you've been working. I saw your stream on your Facebook page. Are you still, so you're still streaming here on YouTube? I don't think the lighting is gonna work, y'all. I think we need to go back to the regular lighting. We need to go back because the viewership isn't viewing. What y'all think? And I need to put the phone down too. Yeah, I saw your views on Facebook. I saw I don't know what's going on YouTube because I haven't seen you live on YouTube, but I saw you on Facebook. So everything is see, so I took a break. I've been gone for a good while off of YouTube because it's just been a lot of life. And I've been, you know, trying to get away from the negativity on YouTube and the negative content creators because it's just bad for the body and the mental health is just bad. And so I've done that, but the algorithm is off now. So I stayed gone too long. And so I'm just here tonight hanging out and I'm trying to have a conversation. Um, so we'll see what happens so we can have this conversation. I'm not from Africa, darling. The devil fell after man fell. That's not how the story goes, Chef. That's not how the story goes. You know that. Are you, what do you mean? Are you reading from the King James Bible? Because the way I remembered it, the Lucifer fell first, right? No, Adam and Eve were not. Uh. Oh Lord, y'all gonna make me go back and pick up my Bible. Hello, 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 Miss Cheryl and Chat. What's up, Mason Chase? All right, so I just asked Chef. I said to Chef, I said, okay, so God kicks Lucifer out, right? But to my understanding, Lucifer was kicked out first before Adam and Eve. That's my understanding. So I was saying, why didn't God just right? So you hear that, Chef? Mason has the same understanding as me. So why did you say that Adam and Eve was first? Lucifer was kicked out of heaven first, and then Adam and Eve came about. Don't do that wrong. Okay, let me block you. You can't do that. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything about that. Okay, because we're not having that type of life. I know my brown body brought you here, baby. Oh Lord, you're gonna start on Mason Chase. Stop it. Let's have this conversation. Um, no, Chef. I know Mason. I know Mason, like, what in the world going on? All right, so no, no, y'all. Mm-mm. LOL. I'm just kidding. Let's have the conversation. Okay. All right. So, Rich the Fish, let me ask you something. Did you have the understanding that Adam and Eve came before the fall of Lucifer? Where was Satan when he was kicked out? He was in heaven. He was in heaven, right? Adam and Eve is not real. Satan was in heaven and got kicked out down to the earth, right? So, do you know Satan may have had a wife? Mark, I don't know anything about that because I'm going by the book itself, the King James Bible. If he was in heaven, where did God kick him to? My understanding was that he kicked him to the earth, according to the Bible, but how do we know if it's a fairy tale or the truth, Junior Graham? But what we're going to do is we're going to have a conversation about the literature. We're not questioning whether or not it's true tonight. Tonight is not that it's true. Tonight we are following the writer as the story was told. Okay? So that's how we're going to have the conversation. So the writer says that Satan and a third of heaven, which are angels, revolted against God. This is more so a literary conversation, much like you would a novel. Yes, yes. So we're not questioning, we're just, you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, a literary conversation. All right, so Satan gets kicked out, him and the third of the angels. Remember, he the created earth and the heavens. Yes, we know that, Chef. We know that, Chef. Okay, so Lucifer gets kicked out. Satan, Lucifer, whoever gets kicked out in the third of heaven. Now God decides that he's going to make the earth. He's going to separate the water from the land and all of that good stuff. And then he rested. Then he makes man. Then he makes woman. And then they're in the garden. Okay. Now Satan has been kicked out already. So he pops up now in the garden. Now he's in the garden because now he's there to taunt the first woman and the first man in the garden. Where is that in the Bible? It's in there, Dennis. It's in there. Trust me when I tell you. It's in there. Now Adam and Eve is in the garden with the trees, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The animals are already there. They were not suitable. They were not suitable companions for Adam, right? Y'all remember? And so he goes to sleep, and then God takes his rib and makes the woman. The entire thing, wait a minute, I missed the entire thing because someone was talking to me. Sorry. Oh no, we're just starting. We're just starting off. You did not miss anything. We're just starting. So Satan has been kicked out of heaven already, him and the third of angels. Now God decides to make the earth. Now Adam and Eve have, Adam is there, all the animals, all the trees and the fruits and everything that sustains Adam's life, including the tree of the knowledge of the good and evil. Now God puts Adam to sleep, and from his rib, he makes the woman. Chef, I can't believe you don't know this story. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he puts him to sleep, he takes the rib, and he makes the woman. Okay. Now she's there with him. And so now Adam has to go, he's working. He's naming stuff and he's learning about the animals, and he's over there inhabiting the garden. That's what the Bible calls it at that time. Then Eve is there, but she's not had conversations with God yet. She's not. She's only talked to Adam. He's told her what God has said about this, and that. So he's over there. He's doing his thing. Eve is in the garden, and there's a being that comes, and he begins to talk to her in the garden. He suggests to her that there is, there's a tree here. And if you eat of it, you're going to be just like me. You're going to know the difference between good and evil or right and wrong if you eat this of this tree. So the scripture says that Adam and Eve were they were naked, so they did not have on clothing. Um, what we doing? Bible study answer. Let me put on. We're having a literary conversation about. So I'm laying the foundation, and we can ready to talk. So he's having a conversation with Eve, right? And he's talking to her about the knowledge of the good and evil, but the Bible describes it as the fruit, an apple off the tree. So then she bites it, consumes the apple, and then when Adam comes later on, then she lets him know about it, and then he consumes it. LOL, a fig. Okay, so they consume it, and then God shows up. Chef, listen. God shows up, and now Apple, right? So then they say, then Adam and Eve hide from God because now they know that they are clothless, without clothes, right? So then God says to them, "Where are you?" And they said, "We hid because we were naked." And then God says, "Well, who told you? Who told you that you were naked? I didn't tell you you didn't have on any clothes. How did you know that?" What's up, Missy Lou? Yes, we're back. So who told you that you didn't have clothing on? Well, we know who told. Satan told. So let's go back. Let's go back to heaven. Let's go back to heaven and let's deal with Satan, Lucifer at the time. I think that's what his name was. Or was it the great in the morning star or whatever? But he's talking to him. So again, you got two themes right here. You got Satan, OMG, Satan didn't tell them. Yes, he did. Bright and morning star. Yes, he did. He did tell them that. He did tell them that they were okay. So listen, and this all depends on two, chef. If you have a good expensive Bible, because the $30 Bible is not going to tell you this, but the one that costs 175 is going to tell you that. That prison Bible is not going to tell you that. Okay, Cain took his sister into the wilderness and had children with her when God cast him away. Is that's what it said? Okay, their eyes were open. Okay. Well, who opened them? The tree? The tree opened their eyes? Did the tree open their eyes? The fruit did it? Satan did it. But the thing is this, why, out of all the things that they noticed, yes, and some of them cost more than that. The fruit of the tree. Out of all the things that they noticed, because now we're going by what the writer says, right? Out of all the things that they noticed, why did they notice they didn't have on clothes? What was it about the fruit and the knowledge of the good and the evil that let them know about their nudity? What was it? What were they doing with their bodies? The tree of the knowledge of good and evil, yes. Disobedience opened their eyes. I don't think so, Chef. I used to think that too, but Satan and the disobedience of the actions. But why naked? And what's wrong with being naked? Why was the emphasis on them not having clothes? Here comes a being. It was the act of disobedience, the tree. So Satan, since Eve was the first woman, he had never seen her. He had never seen a being like her. The fruit wasn't anything special in my eyes. It was just the fact that they did it. Did what? So that's what we're leading to. We're going to what they did. Why was the emphasis on nudity? I keep asking you guys this, and nobody's answering me. You're making me think a lot about this narrative. Why were they naked? Why would they know that they're naked? Why is the emphasis? Why did they hide from God? What is that about? Why did Satan confront Eve and not Adam? They made nudity impure. But why? Shame of what? Shame of what? Just the nudity itself? What had Eve done with the entity that she talked to? Because he wasn't cursed yet. He wasn't on his belly yet. He stood up straight while he was talking to her. The same reason why you don't walk around nude. But they have been nude, Dennis. What's wrong with the nudity now? Disobey the Lord, Kylie. They disobey, yes, but I'm trying to get y'all to think. Why is the emphasis on the nude? The nudity was they obvious to sin. So if that was true, we all supposed to walk around naked. So what I'm saying is that's not true. Well, I think there wasn't lust in the world before, and now there was. But check this out. The being, what's up, FDJ? The Satan showed up in the garden. Okay, so North Memphis says Satan approached Eve because she was the weaker vessel. No, he approached Eve because he had never seen a Eve before. He approached Eve because she probably was different and beautiful and brand new. Satan was more like a male. She's a female. The problem with the nudity because we know good and evil. Okay, so let me do it. I'm waiting for you guys. Oh my God, this your story. Dennis, no. Who said Satan hadn't tried this hundreds of times before? Hold on. Before both of them. So does that mean sexual desires didn't exist until God said and willed it so? So no. So let me just FDJ. So let me just go ahead and let y'all know what's going on in the garden. So the fruit is not really a fruit or fig or apple. That's figurative. What do you when you speak of hold on, the AI believe that was where the rest of the angels learned to have sex with humans. Lolo Queen B. Okay, listen, hold on, because you're about to spoil the whole thing. Bible doesn't say what the fruit was, just that it was a red fruit. Well, okay. So y'all hold on for a minute. Y'all gotta hold on. What is I meant I believe. Okay, does it say red? He says that it says red. Okay. So when you guys reference our womb, what color is the inside of our womb and what is it called? Is it called the fruit of the womb or no? What is it called? Fruit of the womb, my favorite. Adam, mm-mm, Pink Panther. Hello. Oh. All right, so let me just tell you. So here we go. The male angel walks up on the female, beautiful woman. The fruit of the womb is the child. Mm-mm. The fruit of the womb is not the child. The fruit of the womb is the womb itself. Now, he tells her, listen, if you eat, then you'll be just like me. You'll know the good and the evil. So as soon as God shows up, they hide because they are nude. Now they've lost their innocence. It's not about disobedience. It's not about disobedience. It's about innocence. Hmm. So Mason Chase, do research. I don't think they need it based on other scriptures like a curse in Deuteronomy. Um, Peoples were already here before that, Kylie said. Based on other scriptures like a curse in Deuteronomy. Okay. Um, Told them to be fruitful and multiply before then. Um, I don't think they were told to be fruitful and multiply at that point. What did you say? So it's about keeping the innocence internally and externally. It was about it until Lucifer showed up. If you read the list books, it tells you what happened. The womb of the woman is the he showed the angels how to create how do you pronounce that? Nephilim, Philium. He stole her innocence and the children became wicked. All right, so listen. For you guys who have never heard this before, I'm just introducing this to you. When I first found this out about 17, 18 years ago, I almost jumped out of my skin. Literally. That the writer is referencing Seg, the writer. Y'all know what we were saying, what we discussed in the beginning. The writer is referencing Seg between Eve and Lucifer, and then Eve and Adam, and their innocence was gone. It's about what they did in the garden. It's really not about the fig or the fruit. Yes, they were told it right after. What did you say? Angels are humans. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to when God is having a conversation with Lucifer, because obviously we all know the story. We know all about what he's going to do, what's going to be, what he's going to create, and all of that stuff. It's an interesting theory. I still don't think it's true for the reason I said, but it's interesting. No angels, no. Okay, I'm waiting for you to retype it again. Um, it's more about disobedience. I don't look at it like that. I used to long, long, long time ago before I sat with this idea for so long. I can't look at it like that. That sounds stupid. Don't eat from that tree. And if you do, it's gonna change everything. What's up, Daniel? So God is mad with Satan because he disobeyed in heaven. Now Adam and Eve disobey, and then he gets mad again and curses man for all eternity. Y'all, come on, y'all. What's up, Asa? Y'all, come on, really. Can we have a conversation? Before the foundation of the world, Jesus was slain because he knew man would fall. No, it's his fault. We held God accountable last night. We're going to do it again tonight. We just started off with the story. We're going to do it again tonight. So if you guys don't know how to hold God accountable, then this is something new that you're going to have to learn how to do it, because you got the mindset that you have to obey, and you don't have to obey anything. You have to think. Okay? You have to be intelligent, and you got to use your brain. Okay? You got to use your brain. Now, let's say this. Man fails God. Adam and Eve in the garden, they disobey. Lucifer creates a revolt against God. Him and the third of angels, they get kicked out and they turn into fallen beings or whatever. There's a theme here. God created Lucifer, the angels, and Adam and Eve, and he foreknew everything. Now we're only dealing with the writer now. We're dealing with the writer because this is what the writer wrote. This is what the writer is suggesting to all of the people that will read from that point on to now. And everybody is held accountable except for God. God is let off the hook. God doesn't have to do what he told other people to do. He doesn't have to obey. He doesn't have to follow his own rules. He can do what he wants, but no, he cannot. He cannot. Why would you put a super strong, powerful, intuitive, all knowledgeable being in the garden with two people who just got here on the planet? Why would you do that? Are you trying to set them up? Because it's not fair and it's not even at all. So the serpent, which wasn't a serpent when he first got there, beguiled Eve, fooled and tricked her. But why wouldn't he? Because I could fool and trick you. If a younger woman comes into my life and I'm sort of like her mentor, she's my mentee, I will be able to trick, fool, manipulate, and do anything else to her that I want to. I'm smarter, I'm wiser, I'm swifter. It wouldn't be fair for her to come and try to challenge me because I could think around her. So if you put a baby lion, maybe not a baby lion, but a young lion in a pen or in a place with a mature lion, but he's not old and he's not learned how to fight yet, but the other lion is, he's well versed in fighting. Whoever put the younger lion in the pen with the older lion, is his fault because it's not fair. It's not righteous. It's not right. Adam and Eve in the garden with the Lucifer or the Satan, who has the ability to ascend and descend, to go in the Garden of Eden verse and still go up into a certain part of the heaven. And then you put these two, this conversation we have to have. See, Dennis, you keep saying that, but we ain't got together yet. D chat, why it's the truth. Okay, let's see. Miss Cheryl, I made a comment. I would like you to read it. Okay. Hold on. God is the same. He changed not. Don't do that, Memphis, because we dealt with that last night. You cannot see. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do, and we can't have a good conversation like that. But hold on. Um, not debate the conversation. When we gonna have it? Because it's a really good conversation. Um, okay, Lolo Queen. Hold on. Let me see, Mason. I'm looking for it. Mark said God is not to be mocked. I'm not mocking God. I'm talking about the writer. I don't see it, Mason. I'm looking for it. I don't see it, Mason. What was it? Can you say it again? It's communicate, educate, and entertain. Right. Cheryl, you bring Lou? Who's that? For this reason, Satan will be let out of the bottomless pit. Is spoken on in Revelation to try mankind again. Okay, so here we go. We about to get into it because I'm about to hit another gear. Oh, bring Missy Lou. Okay. Okay. So I'm about to shift gears now. We started off at first base. I've moved to the second base and now I'm at the third. Now this is what I said to you guys. I said Satan was kicked out. Adam and Eve are brand new. They are new. They've been given instruction, but this is not fair. First of all, Satan shouldn't have had to been kicked out of heaven because Satan is made by God, says the writer. And God is not like man. God knows everything. Ooh, y'all, hold on. God is always preparing for trial and tribulations. What you say, go, I am, you always into the end of the earth. I will contact you. Okay. I know God made woman to be a helpmeet, not boss bees, like what's going on. D chat, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Women are bosses. Women used to be owned by men. God will put your faith to the test. I don't believe that. God is not testing anybody. Okay, God didn't want robots worshiping him. He wanted man to make a choice. No. Mason Chase, we're not going there. We're not going there, Mason Chase. All of the stuff, all of the stuff that, what's up, Daniel? All of the terribleness that happens through in this world that the evil or the devil is responsible for and has been doing this forever just because God's saying, oh, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna let you be evil. Well, God created everything, so he created the evil as well. This is on God's watch. Here's what God saying, not to me, woman, is for God will put your faith to the test. Oh, child, Lord have mercy. Um, Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So we're not talking about faith. Can you finish the comment? At least maybe God wanted challenges. Um, you mean because God wanted challenges? All this horrific stuff that has happened in this world. all these years because God wanted challenges. God is blameless, worthy is the Lamb. No, 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 no. There's nothing, no entity that's blameless. If we are held accountable, if we are given commandments, if we have to have a sense of right and wrong, then God has to be all of that too. God cannot, you guys are hearing for the first time that God has to be accountable as well. Oh, okay. Okay, Memphis. God has to be accountable as well. You're not saying it's wrong or right. If the Bible is so important, why leave books out? If the Bible is so important, why not tell the whole story? Well, men got together and decided to remove the the other books. Men got together and decided that those other books should not be a part of the 66. When you said hold on accountable, point to the scene that God made, what do you mean? God has to, okay, God tells us, let's go on to the 10 commandments. God tells us to do not unalive people. Yet he unalives folks all the time. God tells us to forgive our brothers and sisters or else we won't be forgiven. But he didn't forgive Lucifer. God is continually telling us to do things that he's not willing to do. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm just made a non-factual statement, then let me know that. So I'm holding God accountable as the writer writes. You know what I mean? That's the issue. It was me, and God is written in you. You don't need someone to tell. Wait a minute. Hold on, child. I don't see your comment here. Oh yeah, that is the issue. It was man. God, God is written in you. You don't need someone to tell you not to unalive your mom. We knew that already. We looking at the book for something we should be looking into ourselves for. Right. I love that. According to the scriptures, yes, it is sounds like a contradictory statement from the writer in the history. Yes. How can you put it in there that thou shalt not unalive when you unalive folks all the time? Sodom and Gomorrah, for instance, rain and brimstone on the city for those people doing things that God didn't like, and then God gets mad. Again, the flood of Noah, again, and then the children of Israel at the foot of the mountain when the earth swallows them up, when God gets mad. When God gets mad, people go unalived. That's what God does all the time, but we're not allowed to unalive. It's a sin for us. Even sometimes you won't even be forgiven, depending on the intention that you had when you did it. But God does it all the time. So I'm saying to you, has the writer made a mistake in his writings? Or is God telling us to do things that he himself, he's telling us not to do things that he do. He's saying to us it's wrong, but he does it anyway. I'm asking you guys, is it the writer that we should be looking down on, or is it God himself? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Because God is jealous. God and his name is jealous. I don't want to deal with a jealous God. I think that's horrible. Do as I say, not as I do. Because basically that's what I just described. So I'm saying, is God doing this? Is he telling you to do stuff or telling you not to do things that he himself is going to do, that it's okay for him to do it, but you can't do it. I'm just asking. That's all. Everything God do is justly by holiness. It's not. It's not according to the writer. Because when you go over and you tell Joshua and them to go down there, and Joshua and them were not the only people that God told us to do, to go over there and take them people land, their women, their children, unalive the women, the children, take the gold, unalive the animals and everything. You take that land because I gave you that land. And you go over there and you get rid of every last one of them. There is no justice in that. That is a barbarian. That's Hitler type energy because that's what he did. Now, I said, do I hold the writer accountable or do I hold God accountable? I'm asking you because you're defending this barbaric behavior that you say that you feel like is God. Now, I'm asking you, is the problem with the writer? Or is it God that I'm holding accountable? Somebody gonna be held accountable for this here, that which I know is not just and it's wrong. Because you don't go into your neighbor's house and take what you want and go over there and just take it because you want it. You don't do that. Because you've not worked hard, you've not toiled, you've not done anything. That was those people's cattle and houses that they built. They tilled that land and put seed in that ground. Those women fed their children, held and cuddled their kids. The men went out and hunt and did what they had to do. That was their thing. Do we hold the writer accountable, or are we saying that God is this type of messy? Which one? Which one? Because it's not just. Now I know which one I'm gonna go with, but I'm asking about you. What y'all think? D Chat thinks that this is terrible to have a conversation about what the writer wrote in the account of Joshua. Joshua is telling the story. Moses is gone now. Joshua got the children of Israel. He looks over the mountaintop, looks down in the valley, and see these people over here in their land. It's very similar to when the colonizers came up on the Indians here in the United States and says that you all Indians and some black, because there were blacks here, you're going to go. We want what you have. And we believe that God said it's ours. So we're going to unalive as many of you guys as we can. And we're going to unalive the buffaloes so the rest of y'all can eat. I said I want it. I want it. I'm entitled to it because I believe that a God has told me to take it. I'm saying, are we blaming the writer or has God really said that? That's what I'm saying. I think we are reading too much into a comic book. Woo. I don't think you have the right understanding of God. This will lead to your human interpret. Listen. Wait a minute. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's what we're not going to do. We all know the story of the flood. When Noah built the ark, he was instructed to build the ark. That's the story that we know. We all know this story. So Noah and his family get saved, and the animals. And then everybody, thank you so much, Dylan. Everybody else is going to be punished because God feels some type of way. I'm saying, did God really say that? Or is it the writer? Because see, if God feels some type of way, if he think it's all right to unalive everybody on the planet because he feels some type of way, then I need God to get his feelings together because I need God to be an adult. Because if we don't hold God accountable for this here, then we can't hold our husbands and our children and our friends and our lovers and our bosses and our politicians and our preachers. We can't hold them accountable either. If it's okay for God to get mad and get rid of a whole civilization of people because he feels some type of way. Who's in here? Sean is in here. Sean who? Hey Dylan, I missed you too. So I'm saying, y'all talk to me. How can God be wrong? Isn't he always right because he's perfect? Believe in the Most High. Y'all talk to me. Don't give me religious. Talk to me. Let's have an intellectual conversation. I'm asking you a question. I'm saying to you guys, and it might be the first time you've ever heard it in your life. This ain't for our brain to figure out. No, 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 D Chat. We're not doing that. No, 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 no. It is for our brain to figure out. It is. We have universities all over the world, theology schools inside of the university, all over the world. People go study literature and God ideas in every church and ministry and Muslim church. I don't know what you call it. It's all built on this. This is for discussion. This is for discussion. This is what we do. That's what we're doing here tonight too. God's character is on trial tonight. Is it the writer that we're talking about, or is it God? Which one? Who are you going to go with? Put it in the chat. Do we accept this awful personality, this immorality of this terrible God who Cheryl has never, let me tell you, you say it's me. Let me tell you something about me. Cheryl has never unalived one person in this world, ever. Cheryl has never stole my neighbor's man. Never. Cheryl has not done that. But the scriptures are saying that the God has. He's wrong. Is God wrong, or is the writer lying? Which way are you going to go? Which way will you go in this chat tonight? Is God wrong? Is the writer lying on God? Mm, mm, mm. No, no, no. We're not going to do that, Sayo. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That is only fear. You call it blasphemy. That is fear. That is a tactic from the writer that keeps you from looking at this story and to look at this stuff the way that it's supposed to be looked at. This is going to keep you from finding the truth. This is going to keep you from ascending, and it's going to keep you low vibrational in a place where you cannot evolve. Now, I ask you, is it okay? Is this the character and the behavior of a God, or is this the story that a man wrote about a God? Now, which one is it? Who is that? What's up, Kitty? Oh my goodness. Hi, everyone. It's been so long since I've came on these streets. I hope you all have been doing good. Yes, we've been doing good, boo. We're having we're having a really, really tough conversation, but this is the deep lane. What do you think? What else you think gonna happen over here? All right. What are y'all saying to each other? Nope, so let me deal with you, Lolo Queen. I'm gonna deal with Lolo. Somebody said, teach, Cheryl, teach. Um, Lolo Queen, let me deal with you. I'm gonna deal. I'm gonna deal. I'm not gonna look at anybody's comment for 3 minutes because I'm gonna deal with you. I'm gonna deal with you about this. Yeah. I know. I'm glad you're back, Kitty. Let me deal with you about this here. If you accept the barbaric, the immoral, and the unjust behavior of the dogma and the rigid and the rough and the wrong and the negative energy God, then all of that energy is in you. It's in you. You are full of hate. You're full of hate. Mhm. If you believe, because you're no better than your God now. That's true. You're no better than your God. If you feel like it's okay that when the children mock the prophet for him having bald spots, and then the Bible says that the bear came down and mauled those children until they were unalived for picking or mocking the man of God. And God says that's just, so what if they mocked the man of God? He grown. Is he that temperamental? Is he that weak? Who cares? Children always are going to tease people. That's what children do. You guys, some of you guys, I'm telling you, what you believe about a God lets us know a lot about who you are as a person, and especially what kind of heart you got. Mm. Hmm. Oh, what a wonderful conversation. Mm. No, we're not talking about you loving God. Anybody can say that they love God, Lolo. God is invisible. It's more about your proof of loving God is manifested through how you treat people, Lolo. I would be able to measure your love for God by how you treat others. That's only lip service. When a person says, anybody can say that, you don't see God. Your love is manifest through how you treat people, not by how you say you love God. God is invisible. That's a great conversation to me to join the stream, but to hear everything you're saying, sure, I completely agree with you. Yes, it is easy to say that you love God, really, seriously. But the true measure of your love for God is how you treat people. Really, seriously, seriously. Because I choose to believe that God loves his creation. He loves people. Actions are powerful, Mason Chase. We do agree on that. I've seen so many people of my lifetime profess that they love God and they were so mean to people. They were selfish. They were greedy. They were impatient. They were exploitative. They had no empathy, but they would receive the love of God for themselves, especially their heaven ticket. Hmm. Hmm. They would take that for themselves. Give me that. Give me all of, the God's blessing. I want that. Give it to me. But I don't want to treat humanity and God's people the way that God treats them. I just want God to bless me. I don't want to treat people like God treats people, but I want to receive all the blessings that He gives me. But I don't want to reflect God, be a reflection of God in the earth. I don't want that. I do by title, but not by works. I don't want to do that. I really don't care anything about you. I'm here to receive all the blessing that God has, and I want the eternal life too, but I don't want to be like a God person in the earth, really. I just want the title. I've seen a lot of that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. I'm just saying. We say we love God, right? We say we do, but I don't know. I don't want to receive anything I don't put out. You receive the energy you put out. That's it. When you die, God is not want to hear this explanation. We live in the information age. There's no excuse. I never said any of those things, and I am not that. I know you're just saying, but please, you do not know me or my personal struggles, and you don't know mine. You don't know mine either. I'm saying there's a problem with you or anybody who co-signs these horrible genocidal stories of a temperamental, out of control God that hurts humans because of his fragile ego. I'm asking you to think. Is this writer has done God a disservice, or it's the writer's issue. I don't believe God is like that. That's what I'm saying. You don't know if I worship God or not. And God is invisible to everybody with the naked eye. D-Chat, what is going on with you? What'd you say? But I wasn't attacking you. I don't feel attacked. Um, I didn't co-sign anything. I said I have questions for him. I want to know why so much information that leads people away from him in the world. I'm trying to find your comment here, sugar. Um, hey Daisy, excuse me. I'm listening to your critique of the Word of God, and you have a lot of misunderstanding on what the Word of God teaches. Okay, so no, you have a misunderstanding of what your church and your doctrine teaches. I don't have a misunderstanding. I can read and comprehend well, even though I've been taught doctrine too, but I've untaught myself doctrine. There is no misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding. The children picked at the prophet. God put a curse and had the bear to eat the children up. God was mad. The people were sinful. He sent the flood to unalive the people and save Noah. That's the story. That's it. It's simple. There's no. Do you understand that? According to the writer, the literature, it's what we're talking about. We're not talking about pastors and sermons. We're not talking about that. That's something else. That's just a man and his perspective, as is as is the writers in the Bible down there in the bottom when they give their explanation or their read of what the scripture has said. All of the really Bibles, the Bibles that cost $175 with all the concordances and dictionaries and all of that in it as well as that. Right. So I don't have a misunderstanding. It's just that you guys, a lot of you guys have never held God accountable because you Christianity is fear based. So you're not going to do that because you're afraid to do it. But see, I don't have the fear. I've dealt with that. And that's how we can have these conversations over here. This is not church. There is no entity who's making a list and checking it twice and going to find out if I'm naughty or nice. That doesn't exist. I'm not worried about a book of life or a book of judgment or any kind of lake of fire. No, we're not doing that. We're talking about the character of a God. Is God that way or is it just literature? Christianity is very much fear based. Yes, it is. Uh-huh. Yes, it is. Um, Mason said, I don't believe God is like that. Me either. He doesn't have a fragile ego. He does not. Look at how many thousands of years God has put up people blaspheming his name. You can't do that. You can't, there's no such a thing as blaspheming God's name. He alone deserves the praise of creation. There's no such a thing as blaspheming God's name. That's a scare tactic. That's the fear mongering. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. They frame this thing so well with all of the bolts of fear to keep this thing from being dismantled. And we're having conversations about it on my platform. I love it. I'm not mad at you guys. I hope you're not mad at me. I pray to the ancestors who lived this life before to help give me the strength to get through what I'm going through. You need a godly man in your life. D chat. Spirit doesn't have gender. God has always been with me. That's good enough. Spirit doesn't have gender. I'm not looking for a daddy. I pay my own mortgage. Lights, water, car insurance, life insurance. I go into the bank and have conversations with the people at the bank myself. I help support my children. I don't need a man in my life for direction. That's part of the problem too. Man has been given a position that's not supposed to be given. You see what I'm saying? But if you submit to a man because he's the gender of a man, because literature told you to do it, then that's your fault. If you give your power over to a man in order that he can feel like a man, then you've been befooled. That's the buffoonery of you because you've not thought it through. No, we don't do that over here. We don't do that. And I love men. I have three wonderful sons, and of course, I've had two husbands, and my father was a man. But we're not doing that. We're not giving men anything. They must earn everything. We're not giving men anything. They must earn everything. Chef, they must earn it. Men must earn. We're not giving our power to men just because they are men. We're not doing that. And women can be alone without a man if she so chooses. Hmm. Hmm. Uh-huh. Well, I'm going to speak against it. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm a free agent in the world. I'll speak against whatever I want to. Mhm. There are no there is no foundation of fear over here. There's not. Because if I let fear govern me, then I cannot be true and real to my own self. Do you understand? Which was given to us by man. It's called intimidation. It's just in a literary form. That's all it is. I don't have a pastor, Dharma. That's why Genesis was changed to help control women as well. No, no, no. You don't control women. If a man needs you to submit to him in order to feel like a man, then he's not a man at all. He must be a man on his own and of his own merit. He must be a man of his own and of his own merit, without a woman submitting to him or doing anything for him. Men and women belong together if you so choose. It's your choice, right? We were given the choice from the beginning. Y'all said earlier we were given the choice. Uh-huh. Mr. Top to Drop. What's up? I agree, Cheryl. Yes. Nobody has to submit to you and hand over. Women don't have to hand over our power to a man just because of somebody wrote it in some literature. Are you crazy? One of the biggest threats of a woman's life is still a man. It's up there with cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and domestic violence. Women leave the earth because of men. It's a whole threat to our existence. That's a reality. Those are the statistics. We're not doing that. If you so choose to have you a wonderful, thoughtful, empathetic, strong, wonderful man in your life, then that's wonderful. But if you don't, then that's wonderful too. No, D chat, we're not doing that. Women do what they want to do, especially if they pay mortgages, lights, and water. Because women can open up their own churches. We don't need permission from men to do anything, D chat. We don't do that. That's prehistoric. That's dinosauric. Um, no, we're not doing that. This is what you get when you have a worldly understanding placed in the Bible. Say whatever you like. You guys are low vibrational. And Cheryl Grabowski is trying to help you. That's okay. And not only, listen, I'm not alone. There are hundreds of millions of people that are living now that think just like me. They think just like me. And they live like me too. And these rigid and rough and unevolved ideas that some of y'all have, that's dying. That's a dying system. My name is Cheryl. I'm here to help you evolve. Okay. All right. Let's read this. Northern Memphis said, if you can find anybody that teach your understanding, then I could see where you're coming from. This is your own grief for God. No, it's not, baby. There are plenty. I said millions. Did you just hear me say millions? I just told you millions. I listen to them every day. Not every day. That's an exaggeration. I've listened to them for years here and there. Yeah. You guys have not heard it because you run in the same circles and listen to the same sermons in the same people in your same denominations. So you guys are not versed in life. It's not me. I'm the versed one. I'm the evolved one. I know how you guys think. I used to think just like you guys. You don't know where I come from. You don't know where I am. You don't know how I got where I am. You don't know. I know how Chef Dennis thinks. I know what fundamental ideas are associated with Bible literature I know what church is, denomination. I know all of that. I know the rules and the regulations and the guidelines and the commandments. I know about Jesus and his blood and the forgiveness of sins. I know about the apostles and the four gospels. I know about the priests, the kings, the judges, the prophets, major and minor. I know about all of them. I know how you guys think. You guys don't know where I am. That's the difference. I'm the teacher. You're the student. Welcome to my channel. I love y'all still, though. I do. Daniel says, I do. I believe that, Daniel. I do know how you think, Chef. I've listened to you. What's up, Antonio? I do know how you think. When you first reached out to me, I studied you. I mean, that's what I always do. I always do my homework. I live how I want to live. I'm a free agent in this world. I don't have to answer to you or any other entity. That's what I came to the earth to do, is to live and to learn and to grow and to experience life. No, D chat, don't accuse me of worshiping the devil. Thank you, Antonio. Don't accuse me. Do I? Yes, I study you too. I didn't say that I'm your teacher. I am the teacher on this. Wait a minute. Excuse me, sugar. Don't you do it, Mr. New York man. Don't do that. I'm the teacher over here. hmm From the first day you heard my voice, you were being schooled. Don't forget it. Don't forget that. And then I'm older than you anyway. So you're certainly being taught. Ooh. Mason Chase, you know I love you. I ain't studying you. You are the student. Okay, you better know it. Y'all better stop playing. Kylie says knowledge is everything. Okay, period. And ain't nobody gonna get mad over here. But yeah. hmm and I tell people that know me like in real life, and I'm telling y'all, tell your preachers. I ain't think about you, Chef. Tell your preachers, you too, Antonio. Tell your preachers if they want to know if they if, if they want to know what their children and their cousins and the neighbors and the people that went to school with them, if they want to know why they don't come to church, and if they want to know what they're doing and how they're thinking, tell them to come to my channel because I'm them. I'm just I'm vocal, like I'm courageous. I'm not afraid. Do you see what I'm saying? Tell them if they want to know how to conversate with these people that won't have anything to do with them anymore, tell them to come over here because I represent them. Mhm. I didn't say I couldn't learn from you, Dennis. Kyla said, that's right. Teach, teacher. I didn't say I couldn't learn from you. I'm not stupid. Mason said, Miss Sure, you ain't afraid of nothing. Not no, no. And when your love has grown, when your love has grown to a certain place where you just love God and love your life experience, then what the hell is there to be afraid of? Dennis, I didn't say that I couldn't learn from you. I very much could learn from you. Thank you, Kylie. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. We had a good time. We always have a good time. But listen, I want to say this before I get out of here. To know that you don't know. Listen to the Hobson. There's a song called Lil Mine. You'll like that. Okay, I will. Lil Mine. Um, we're gonna continue to have these conversations. We're gonna do it like that, okay? Ill mind. Okay, ill mind. Thank you. Um, is it the writer? Is it the writer? I love your energy too. Is it the writer who has gotten God all wrong? Or is God like that? Thank you, Mr. Todd. Is God really like that? So, the way that I see it, I must tell you the way that I see it. The way that I see it is that the writer really believes some of what he wrote, or they, because it's not a he, it's they. There are hundreds of authors through the 66 books. And the lost books of Eden that they separated and put them over there, those are authors too. There are lots of authors. Thank you, Dennis. A thinking woman and a thinking man is the best. Yes, Kylie. So there are lots of authors. Even in the lost books of Eden, there are lots of authors. And so they write. There is literature, God literature, that was available way before the King James Bible, the Torah, the Muslim Bible, or the Jewish Bible, many years. Our stories, a lot of our biblical information that we cleave to with our last breath is just a retelling of a story that was told a long time ago. Horace and Jesus are the same people. Then the book of Enoch, the books of Adam and Eve, the gospel of Judas. You are right. For every book of the Bible, there's at least one author. Yes. Yes, yes, beautiful. So we're talking about man. And we don't know if some women wrote. We don't know, but we'll just say for historical reasons, men wrote. Lots of men, lots of authors. Okay. I really believe that they believe when people write, we know that there's symbolism and there are metaphors in there. It's a book of poetry. For all of the people that are in the know, the Deep Lane, our channel, this is what we do. We discuss it all. We know that it's not wise to take it literal, right? Right? You know that, right? We also know that there is wonderfulness to extract from the literature because the way that King Solomon was in love with women, I love. I love Solomon. I love his book. Thank you, Chef. I love the way that Solomon talks about women. Daniel, I love the way that he does that. He lives. Horace and Jesus are not the same. You are misled. They are too. Shut up, Mark. Um, that's just a retelling of that same story. That's all. I love Solomon. I love King David. I love the fact that the writer was honest enough to know that David wanted Bathsheba so bad that he set her husband up so he could legally be unalived, so he could make her his woman because he couldn't take it no more. It tells and describes that what a man will do when he will do anything for a woman that he really wants. The Bible is full The Muslim Bible, the Jewish Bible, all these books are full of men, possibly women, telling stories over the years about life and some of their beliefs about God. It's just, that's what it is. But I want to say this too, and then I'm going to end. Whether it's real or not, or literal or not, can you find God outside of the book? Horus performed miracles, was baptized in a river, was executed and rose from what else do you need to know? And Horus was born of a virgin, wasn't he? What else do you need to know? God knows, guys. If I give you a pie, do you have to take a spoon and eat every bit of it before you identify what type of pie it is? Can you identify the pie from just one spoon? Well, he was born of a mortal and God, same thing, because the Holy Spirit was in the womb of Mary. God gave the order to the man. Why are you so stuck on that, Dennis? Now, see, if I was your woman, you and I would have fun because I would submit to you, but only in the bedroom. That's where you could be the man. But when we come out of there, what's up, Dave? When we come out of there, the smartest person makes the decision. I'm not going to let you lead if you're not the smarter one. Whoever is the most reasonable one, whoever gets the better results. Daniel, you can have your way back there. I promise you. When we shut the door, is what you say goes. Okay? Because that's what I like. I like that. I like to submit in that way. Mhm. You can have it your way, whatever you like. Okay? We ain't gonna have no problems. But when it comes to okay, sunshine boo, when it comes to when it comes to ooh, when it see y'all, we have to laugh a little bit, but see, thank you, Dave. When it comes to we got to make a decision about these finances and put this money where it needs to be and make sure that we are creating generational wealth and all this stuff. We got to take care of these grandkids and put some money up for them and all that stuff like that. No, it's gonna be two heads, mine and yours, together. We're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just let you can't be a queen without a king. It is what it is. I'm gonna call those things that be not as though they were. You understand? Okay. But you can have it your way back there. Just know that. You ain't got to worry about me when it comes to that. Okay. And then that should be fine. Then we should be everything should be cool. You should have no complaints because you already know. You see what I'm saying? Hmm. Don't get it twisted. Cheryl knows how to drop down into her feminine. We can be that. Absolutely. Africa had many queens and no kings. Right. But anyway, kisses and hugs. Don't nobody be upset about nothing that was said tonight. We just had because we can't talk like this at church. The Queen of Hearts. Okay. We can't do it because, they don't have time. They don't have time. Okay. But we do. Miss Cheryl, I asked a question. What's the question, Mason? You are the one. Thank you. What's the question, Mason? What question? Say it again. Type it again. That's what word I'm supposed to be in, Dennis. Your email isn't working. Yes, it is. Grama- Grabowski Cheryl 4 at gmail.com. It is working. You gonna email me right now. I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, it's that southern thing. See, we like to, you see what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got no problems out of us southern women. We you know what I'm saying? We know what to do. Email me right now. Okay, Chef. Grabowski Cheryl 4 at gmail.com. We're going to end this live and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Grabowski Cheryl 4 at gmail.com. I'm in my email right now, so email me. No, I'm not in Mississippi, Antonio. I'm in North Carolina. Why are you so special for me? Good night, Chef. Good night, guys. Good night, y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for toiling with me. And thank you for your brain. Thank you very much. Grabowski, Cheryl 4. Thank you, Missy. Thank you so much, Boo. Good night, beautiful. Good night, Daniel. Send me your email. Um, Missy Lou, you still in here? Can you put my email in here because you are so attractive? Thank you, Day. I appreciate it. Put my email in there for me, please. Let me see. I could do it. Missy Lou, can you put the email in there before you go? Oh, you seen it. Okay. You sent it? Where is that? I don't see it. Give me your ID. What do you mean? Mason, I don't see it. Yeah, there it is. That is the craziest thing. What do you mean it's not found? Oh, my it's what's my Instagram? Cheryl Grabowski. It's my name, Cheryl Grabowski. Did I have my I don't have it on this phone. It's on my other it's on that phone really. But my IG is Cheryl Grabowski. Cheryl with the C. Grabowski, like the channel name. That's my ID. There it is. Mason. That's the craziest thing. I don't know what's going on. Because I don't see anything from you. Send it to my IG. Go to the IG. Cheryl Grabowski on IG. But anyway, y'all have a good old night. I'm out of here. The channel ID is Insta ID. No, my channel name is in the Grabowski, but the Instagram right there is at Cheryl Grabowski right there. That's the Instagram. Bye, Vin. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Kisses and hugs. Y'all have wonderful rest. I slept too much yesterday, so I'm gonna go and hang out on TikTok. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Missy Lou. Thank you so much. Love you, girl.